Hello and welcome to Fast and Fresh. I'm Charles Matheson, and in this podcast, I cook food. Today, I'm going to be cooking some egg fried rice. This is one of my tried and true staples. What I love about it is that it needs very few ingredients to make. It's really cheap to make, and I feel like I'm getting over on the Chinese restaurants that charge top dollar for fried rice these days. So, enough of my complaining. Let's get to cooking. So, I have my ingredients all set and chopped up here. I got my egg for the egg fried rice. I got some onions and green chilies. Then I have some garlic and some scallion. So let me get to cooking. So I need my pot. Here we go, my pan. All right. So I'm gonna cook this on about 600 degrees. And let's move this over. Yep, there we go. And so I'm gonna start off with adding some oil to the pan, just simple vegetable oil. And today's theme I want to talk about involves what I call living into enough. So, living into enough for me means measuring success not by accumulation, but by the things that matter to us and how much we're able to engage in those things that matter to us. I've been reading quite a bit of books that have really changed my outlook on a lot of things. Let's see, can I move this over? I guess just I want to get a good shot. Hold on, let's move this over there. There we go. All right. So I've been doing a lot of reading, and because I just really want some changes. I really want some changes in my life. And so one thing I noticed, well, a lot of things that I've noticed, is that I spend a lot of time on social media. And so a book that I read recently is called The Sirens, and it is written by Chris Matthews. He is a journalist on MSNBC. And this is not a political type of conversation. This is real life stuff. So I say that because MSNBC leans very Democratic. So in his book, he talks about what he calls the attention economy. And in the attention economy, it is based on grabbing people's attention for free and manipulating people's gravitation to pay attention to stuff by creating these algorithms that keep people stuck on social media for hours at a time. And what I got from reading the book, and I didn't even know it when I read the book, was just how the social media companies are great at just taking your most valuable resource, which is your attention, because whatever you pay your attention to, that is going to create wealth. whether it's wealth in the emotional sense, your health, or you pay attention to your family, or to business and career. Attention is wealth, plain and simple. Just look at how much money Google and Facebook are making these days. All right, I'm going to turn this up a little bit because I need my garlic to brown a bit more. And so what I'm doing is I am heating up the oil so that with the garlic, oh, actually gotta put my onions and my peppers. Almost forgot. I am. I want the oil to be infused with the flavor of the garlic, the onions, and the green chilies, so that the rice will be infused with that flavor. I had some rice that I made, the full pot of rice, because I make a lot of fried rice and other rice dishes in the week. So I want to make sure I'm always set with my fried rice and I have enough. Okay. So this is what they call aromatics in the food world. So if you just look at Facebook and all the other media companies, how much money they make from our attention. So I got from reading these books that I'm not generating the wealth, the well-being wealth, as well as the financial wealth by just giving my time away. And it was just, I didn't even realize that I was doing it. And I realized I was becoming not very happy person. It was actually changing my attitude, how I felt about just life. And so I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks. Like, I have replaced social media addiction with audiobooks. But which is good because I value knowledge. I am a teacher, an educator, school administrator, and so the most important thing for me is increasing in knowledge every day. And it's something that I feel great about. Like, I look forward to listening to my audiobooks. I mean, for example, like, my routine for the longest time was to wake up, and then when I wake up, watch financial news or regular news, and I would just get really depressed. It really wasn't helping me. And so now I listen to my audiobooks first thing. So while I'm in the shower, while I'm getting ready for work, it's really just been a game changer in terms of my mood and what I'm learning about myself. And it's really just made a great shift in my thinking, in my life. And I'm very, very happy about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the egg, and I'm going to put the egg right on the side here. And I'm going to, when I see it start to harden a little bit more, I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to do my final push for everything together. Cannot forget my bean sprouts. I love bean sprouts. The thing about bean sprouts is that I get so much when I buy them. I can't buy just the amount I want. So I have to, and they spoil really quickly. So you got to use them as soon as you get them. So getting up in the morning, going into the shower, getting ready for work is one of my favorite times of day because that's when I am like really open to getting something new, getting something fresh, and I get that from my audiobooks. And so it's really made a big difference. All right, so I'm gonna add my bean sprouts, and then gonna mix this a bit. And then finally, I'm going to add my soy sauce. Sometimes I'll add other sauces to it, depending on what I'm looking for, what I want to taste at that moment. So there's another one. It is called hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce. I use that one sometimes. So if I use hoisin sauce, it has a little sweetness. So if I do use that, I will have to use less soy sauce because it does have salt in it, and soy sauce has a lot of salt in it. So I want it to have just the right amount of saltiness. So let me give this a taste and see. Yeah, it's absolutely ready. Let me remove this. Oh, and then the final thing is just going to add my scallion to it. Give it some color. Oh, this should be off. There we go. Let's give it some color. Have delicious egg fried rice. I got this recipe years ago from a YouTuber. Kind of did it her way, and I've added my own touch to it. So yeah, so audiobooks. There's so many other books I've read that I'll tie it into future Fast and Fresh episodes. And thank you for watching. And if you have suggestions about books or podcasts that you think are interesting, that you think I would like, please send them to me because I'm a learner and a grower, and I want to have something to share with you when I cook. So until next time, bye.